Yeah, right now I just want to do a quick summation of what the F happened in November. So at the beginning of November, I actually went to a Hong Kong FinTech Week. So basically, I was there, kind of hang out, and they start saying that Hong Kong is going to be a new virtual assets port, whatever they want to call it, a hub. You know, sounds like a pretty good deal. I mean, there wasn't anything really clear, and at that moment, Hong Kong only had two fully licensed, sorry, fully licensed um, companies that are operating under the guidelines of SFC, which is the Hong Kong SEC, and I know it's really hard to get those licenses, and I know there were a lot of companies that spent millions and millions of dollars but never really got the license, and some of them exited away, and for good reasons because it was kind of nebulous. It's not 100% clear how to actually get the license, nor it was easy. So I think you have to have a very clear, like a financial background. None of the weird stuff that you had in the past. I don't think you know they just not gonna prove it. But it was supposedly good news at the end because there were so few good newses. Is it newses? So good, few good news in the past couple months, and then we took it. We said like, I think also we had dropped to the point where we wanted inflection, and during that week, the November week, guess what? We had a good rebound that week in the beginning of November. Dogecoin actually went up almost to 80. Was it 80 to 100%? It was a lot. And then Bitcoin went up to what, 20, 22, 2300,000? Not 100, 23,000. So it was pretty good. So we were expecting good things are coming. Yeah, I actually even increased my position. But unfortunately, things went on the wrong turn. And actually, before that, before the Hong Kong FinTech Week, BitBoy, a internet YouTube personality, already starting to expose FTX. So he had a lot of fans. I think he got like 1.5 million subscribers, somewhere around there. So a lot. But people were just kind of like, yeah, I mean, FTX is still pretty big. Nobody kind of questioned it. Alameda, Sam Bankman-Fried, he was also in Hong Kong FinTech Week. Don't think so. Seems like he is doing good things. He's saving um, Alameda. I mean, he's not. He's saving like Celsius and also BlockFi, right? So we should applaud him for that. But however, ZZ, whatever you want to call him, um, of Binance decided to liquidate his FTT tokens. So there were two tweets. The first tweet was that he said ZZ said he was angry with FTT token, learning that it's very similar to Luna, basically saying that it's not backed by anything. It's kind of you know issuing out of the air. And the second tweet following that was that he was going to liquidate all the. He's at 2.1 billion, but I think it was like a lot less than that. But he did tweet it that he said he got 2.1 billion worth of FTT tokens, and obviously the market plummeted. And very quickly, FTX you could no longer withdraw. I actually withdrew, so I had money in FTX.US, $500 worth of it. I just got there just in time to um, withdraw it. Actually, I almost forgot it. And very soon after, I think within like 12 hours later of like after the tweet from ZZ, and after FTX have lost like 70 something percent from their original value in the beginning of November, dropping down to $15. SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, basically said, "Hey, um, I gave up, and welcome ZZ to take over FTX and Alameda Research." And within like a day or something, ZZ actually tweeted saying the intention of the acquisition of FTX, he's taking that back. So basically, he's not going to go forward with it, and not going to go forward with it anytime soon. I think he saw there were way too many liabilities, and guess what? The market started plummeting like crazy. They know Celsius is kind of screwed, because there's no bailout any nowadays. BlockFi, another orphan, and basically FTX has 130 companies directly affiliated with them. Not to mention there are people that had money in FTX. There are people that actually use FTX as payroll, right? So what are they gonna do now? I don't know. And then so the market really tanked, and all those like gains that they had in the beginning of November that week wiped out. So we're back to where we were and even deeper down. And a lot of exchanges started having problems, like Crypto.com, their exchange. They rumored that they have issues. I think they sent like a bunch of money, like a couple hundred millions, like in ETH, like to Gate.io by accident. It was weird, and then like sent it back. So people lost faith in it, and the CRO token totally tanked. After that, Genesis started having problems as well. I think they were somewhat affiliated with Gemini, and then the AEX, a local Hong Kong crypto exchange, suspended withdrawal. I got some money in AEX. I withdrew most of it, but however I still have some AAB tokens. So those were their platform coins. I don't know if like I'm getting those back. So yeah, I mean it wasn't a lot at all. It was very, very, very low amount, and then the stuff that I couldn't get out is also is a low amount as well. And I think they're having a liquidity crunch in AEX. I hope they solve it soon. If not, they have to go to the bankruptcy proceedings, which is not good. And yeah, so basically I lost money in FTT, I lost money in Solana, I lost money in AAB. I'm talking about like major losses, you know what I'm saying? Like they basically almost wiped out. That's about it, you know. I'm lucky, like none of them were huge positions. They're definitely, if you had a very expensive karaoke or nightclub, you would have spent that much money anyway. So I just tell myself that I actually did go to those nightclubs. So that would make me feel a little bit better. But anyhow, I think we're at this point where I think people are a little bit anxious, you know. Is it the word for it? Like, and then we're not really sure where we are. I mean, it's still kind of like going downward, but we have kind of stopped. We're stopping at 16,000 for BTC prices. We had a huge volume, so there were a lot of people selling. But is that the end, it's kind of like the end, that the end of, actually not the end of the BTC, but it's kind of like the end of selling off. So is this the worst? I think it's getting there. I mean, I hope like Gemini actually won't go belly up, because Gemini is actually another really big one, or Crypto.com. If like everything is staying as is, maybe this is the bottom. So there might be some good news, but hey, before the bottoms out, gotta have like, lots of people lost so much of a lot of things. Some people had savings in FTX. I think Tom Brady had a bunch of money, 650 million according to sources, but I don't know if that is true. I think I know personally, I know a lot of people that got FTT tokens, so they're kind of screwed. Yeah, but otherwise, like, well, before any resets, I think it's just a lot of players are going to exit out of the blockchain circle. It's basically they're wiped out. And quite honestly, most people who are owners of those projects / exchanges, they'll never get a job in this industry ever again. I mean, the most they would do is like a consultant, because after what they have done, people can't trust them anymore. So that's how it is. So many people are, definitely, I don't know, it's over 20 people that lost a lot of their credibility. Really famous blockchain people lost their credibility. And unfortunately, there's just going to be survivors. The survivors will get stronger. And Binance is going to be the most unregulated. I mean, the biggest exchange, actually, not most unregulated. It's like the biggest exchange that is unregulated. So, there's not even a close second competitor nowadays. And Crypto.com never was a close second competitor. So, in my opinion. So I think Crypto.com, the beginning, they should have done just an exchange. They should have just focused their resources in exchanges instead of doing credit cards. But what do I know? But anyways, yeah, I just hope all of you guys are well, and I hope that I'll see you guys are well next month. Happy and well, and not losing too much of your wealth in the coming days. All right, see ya.